everyone. Dr. Sandra Colton-Medici here. I am really excited to be talking to you today on this fabulous Tuesday after the long weekend. I know that a lot of people have had a chance to rest and recuperate. And today I wanted to talk about everyday essentials. I have been stocking up on a few things and I wanted to bring them to your attention. I love really getting real. And this is about as real as you can get. Some of the products that I put into the featured products that I'm going to talk about today are things that I use every single day. And that's the reason why they are called everyday essentials. And I am going to start off with the Origins Well-Off, which is something that I've talked about before. Origins Well-Off, this is one of my go-to products every single day, because if I have makeup on, it's actually, let me just read it to you so that you can see what it says it is. Fast and gentle eye makeup remover. So if you haven't had a chance to find the perfect eye makeup remover, I absolutely swear by this. And I actually talked about it in my last Amazon live stream. And so I guarantee you, if you check out the last one, you will actually see it in action. It basically feels like you're putting just a little swipe of water on your eye, except for, you know as well as I do, that when you are using water on a lot of makeup to try to remove it, you just end up with panda eyes, right? You just end up with panda black underneath your eyes. And that's exactly what my husband says. Oh, we have a panda in the house, right? So it doesn't really do the trick, right? As much as if you found something. This is my go-to, Origins Well-Off. I used to go to get it in the store. And obviously now that we are in the, whatever stages we're in of the pandemic, right? It's really easy to just get it on Amazon. I used to love going into like Nordstrom and kind of like walking around the makeup counters and doing that thing. But now I'm like, boom, it just comes to my door. So I'm so excited about that. But one of the things that I love about the Origins Well-Off is that it feels, like I said, like you're just wiping your eye with water instead of feeling like you have to like do that scrubbing thing, which to me just makes your eyes water or irritated. But I really love it. And I always get it on Amazon. Like it says on the screen, it's, I think, $25. It looks like it's on a sale right now, at least of what I'm looking at on my screen. What I always do is just check the prices, because it could be by a third-party seller through Amazon. So I always like to check to make sure that I'm getting the best deal ever. It looks like it is normally around like a $31 range, $32 range. So this, if you don't wear a lot of makeup all the time, sorry, there's the front of it. Let me turn it so that you can see. If you don't wear makeup all the time, then this is going to last you a very long time. For me, it lasts, I want to say, about a month and a half or two, because I'm constantly taking off eye makeup. But if you don't use makeup all the time, this could last you, I don't know, well up to 6 months, depending on how often you're using it and how much you have to use to take off what you've got on. I think some of the harder things to do is when and you're going to hear a siren in the back. Sorry about that. So one of the hardest things to do with makeup is get that mascara off. So if you are one of like the women or men in the world who always wears mascara or black eyeliner, this is for you, because you don't have to do the massive scrubbing that you would do with, getting, other products on your face and trying to get it off. So that is the Origins Well-Off. I always have to talk about Origins Well-Off. So I want to talk about the next one, which is called Beyond the Zone. This is something that I actually use when I'm straightening my hair. This is called Turn Up the Heat. And basically when you use it, you are, putting it into your hair so that you are protecting your hair. Now my hair is in a bun today, but my hair is down to the middle of my back, right? It is long. And you can see on previous Amazon lives, you can see I have long hair. And so for me, this is cool because it's in a little spray bottle, but it's also it smells good, at least to me, and it protects your hair from the heat. Now I use this and then I blow dry my hair, so that I put it in when it's wet, and then when I go to straighten my hair, this actually says on here, it says helps shield hair from heat damage. Heat protection spray. And for me, it says sorry, not for me, but for everyone, it says flat iron protection. So this is specific to if you are flat ironing your hair. And for me, I have naturally curly hair. And my bun's a little crooked today, but I have naturally curly hair. And so when I go to flat iron my hair, sometimes I have to go over it 2, 3, or 4 times as far as like each section of my hair to make sure that it actually is straight. But when I do that, I don't want to hurt my hair, right? I want my hair to stay, nice and voluptuous, like giving you all the bounce that you need. But in order to do that, my hair has to be protected. So I use this one. I've always used this one. I used to go find it in Sally Beauty's. So some of those Sally Beauty centers, but a lot of them have closed around where I live. And so I started looking for it on Amazon, and boom, I found it. So this is one of my go-tos. It looks like it's about $15.10 right now on Amazon. If you're watching this on a later broadcast, that's around the price that it stays. It never really fluctuates that much. And they do have smaller versions of this, like little mini versions if you wanted like travel size, or you can just get some cute travel size bottles, on Amazon and just, fill it up from your container. But that's one of my go-tos. Now I just put on the next one that I really love, which is a VO5 styling wax. This, I'm going to turn it up right side. VO5 styling wax. This one I was looking for everywhere. Okay. I had a jar over here. Actually, I have 2. Okay. This is the new one. I'm going to back up a minute. So we just talked about this one. This is my old bottle. Okay. So I actually just had this right next to my desk, and I got down. Do you see there's just a little bit left? And I was like, oh my gosh, like I can't even handle it. So that's why I bought the new one that I just got recently. But let me talk about this one, the VO5 styling wax. Okay. Now I just got this, so it's very barely even used. You can just see there's like one little finger dip in there, but it looks like it's white. But when it goes on, and I'm going to just put a little, because you can see my little wispies here. When you put it on, it is not white. You can see here, it is not white. Okay. And a lot of different waxes, let me go this way. Because I have a little things going here. A lot of different waxes will go on, and you put it on, you're like, ooh, that's too white. Oh my gosh. This one looks white. It's actually, I don't know if you can see, it's more like if you were to look at like a gelatin. And it smells, oh my gosh, it smells amazing. I know there's a lot of hairstyling products that you think that they're really great and then you smell them and you're like, I can't have that in my hair all day, right? For me, I am not a perfume person as far as going and getting a whole bunch of perfumes that I'm going to spray on. I'm more of like a body mist type of person. And if my hair smells good, then I don't really need all of that because I have long hair. And so that whatever I'm putting into my hair, let me turn it around, this styling wax, because it does smell good. Let me turn it this way. Then, as it rubs on your neck, like you then smell like whatever hair product you have in. So for me, I love this. The styling wax by VO5 is the ish. It is, at least for my hair. And the other thing that I use this for is once I'm done straightening my hair and I've put it up in a little bun, is what I love to do. I like to flat iron it and then put it in a little bun, and then it kind of just has this natural rollout once I decide that I'm going to go somewhere, right? But what I like to do after like 1 or 2 days of having my hair like that, because then it starts to kind of grow, is use this on, just take a little bit and like put it in like over the whole strands of hair, and then just kind of mat it together, right? Because then it brings back a little bit more cohesion to your hair, right? Instead of having it be like all spirally out. And that wax part of it, I'm just telling you, let me just read a little bit of it. It says rework hold. And this says it's got natural shine on it, and it's level 4. So if this is the one that I use, it looks like they might, I don't know if you can see because it's not focused, but it's level 4 of 5. So sometimes, there are different levels that you can have. So this one is $18.19 right now. But I guarantee you, if you are having trouble finding something that's going to work with your hair, I love it because number one, it brings everything to where it needs to be. It smells great, and it's not that expensive. All right, something that my husband absolutely hates that I absolutely love is this one, Palmer's. I absolutely love this one. And I love it because of the smell, and he hates it because of the smell, but you decide. But this one, it's daily skin therapy. And everything that we're talking about today is something that I use every single day. And that's why I called this particular live stream Everyday Essentials. And so when you look at this, it says cocoa butter formula with vitamin E, right? Daily skin therapy heals, softens, relieves rough, dry skin, 24-hour moisture. So if you're looking for something that is going to keep you set for this like 24 hours, I really love this, especially since we're all washing our hands over and over and over. I feel like I've gotten really dry doing that. And I really, really love it, especially in this little pump. They have miniature ones for travel size. Yes, I have those too. But this one is only, if you're looking at the screen with the highlighted product, it's only $5.49. But they have different sizes. So this one is my version of this. And I think that they have different sizes that you can get this in that are varying prices. So whatever your need, Amazon definitely has a few different versions of this. So if this size is not something that's going to suit you because you want more or just want to try it out for a little bit less, I would just click around a few times to find the size that you need of the lotion. Now, another one on my list is this one right here. This one is Johnson's bedtime lotion. Now I have 2 little ones. So if you are in need of something that is going to be soothing, that smells great, that obviously is going to do the trick as far as keeping your kids' skin radiant and also moisturized. Like we just went to the swimming pool yesterday, and it was like, okay, chlorine, sucks the moisture out of your body. And so after bath, it's like, boom, Johnson's, right? This says bedtime lotion, but that doesn't mean, for me at least, that we have used it only for bedtime. But it does say the only routine proven to help improve baby's sleep. Now, I don't know if they're basing that on research and studies, but I do know that I love the smell. I know it does the job as far as putting moisture back into your skin and their skin specifically. And it does do the trick as far as like putting that on, getting the jammies on, going to bed. It does that trick. So if you are looking for something that is going to potentially be a new thing for you and your kids' bedtime routine, I suggest this. I always put an asterisk. I can't even talk today. Besides anything that I'm talking about for kids, because they might have sensitive skin. And so you want to try everything out in moderation before you buy something super huge. I love this, and we have bought several different products that are Johnson Baby products, so we know that they're not allergic or won't really have any sort of reaction to it. So I definitely want to advise, if your kids have sensitive skin, just make sure that you're testing before you are doing anything too wild and crazy. And then also, I wanted to show you the next one. Hold on just a second so I can get it on this screen. Bye, lover. So on here, and let me back up. That one, the Johnson's one, is only $7.12, which is 27% off, which for me is like a steal because you're getting so much. This one that we're talking about now is the kind of companion, and you can see we've already used some of this, but it's one of the more brand new bottles that I've purchased recently. This one is bedtime moisture wash. So this is the one that we use before, like while they're in the bath, to make sure that they are clean and everything while they're in the bath. And then this is also $7.92, which is looks like 18% off right now. So if you're watching this on a replay of the live stream, just make sure that you check around for the prices and for the sizes that you need. I love this size, number one, because they are young enough that this locking mechanism works so far so good right now. When they get older, they'll be able to know what's going on. But for now, it works. And we use this much, right? We will go through this. There are a few other Johnson's products. I think there's a blue bottle that they use for bubbles, if you're looking for bubble bath. And then there's another one that is yellow. I think that is for, it's kind of like an all-in-one hair and body wash. But this is the one that we use. It's kind of the companion to this lotion. So if you're looking for something that is going to be soothing, smell really great, and do the trick, this is the wash, and the other one is the lotion. And I really love both of them. And if you have any questions, feel free to ask in the chat. I always like to make sure that I am recognizing everyone that is coming through. Even if you're coming in through on a replay, feel free to let me know. Just say #replay. Hey, Sandra, nice to see you. But for me, I love seeing all of the comments and any questions while we're live that I can answer. I certainly want to. The next one that I wanted to talk about on my everyday essentials list and in my Amazon influencer listed boxes is this gigantuan soft soap. I love it. I will use all of it. Everyone has a different soap, right? Everyone has a soap that they love. This one is my soap. I have tried so many things. My mom loves, it's kind of like a foam soap, but she is a nurse and has worked in hospitals for many, many years. And they have all these kinds of foam soaps in hospitals. And I really don't like the texture. For me, I really like this kind of liquid soap. The soft soap does the trick. It has kind of a Finding Nemo looking on it right now. And I really like this because I always pour it into, and I'm going to show it on the screen in just a second, a smaller dispenser of soft soap. And this is because I have 2 kids, I have a husband, so we are 4 people strong in this household, always washing hands, whether it's coming in from outside or because maybe we had a popsicle or some sort of I think the other day we all had a chocolate chip cookie, but for my kids it was like everywhere on the hands, the chocolate had melted everywhere. So soft soap for me is the go-to, and they know how to use the dispenser because the dispenser is small enough and doesn't give you too much. That's always kind of the fear, is that when you're getting onto any sort of, or getting hip to any sort of soap or dispenser, that it's going to give kids too much, or or they're going to start playing with it when you're not watching or whatever. But for me, I love getting this big one. This one, it actually says it's a refill, so it's meant to be a refill for the dispenser. This one is the 64 ounce bottle. And it does say wash away bacteria. So, soap and washing hands, and it's a big deal right now. And it's always a big deal, to make sure that you are washing your hands when you're coming in from, for us, it's like the playground. So you want to wash your hands because you got dirty or you were playing in the sand or whatever it might be. But the next thing that I want to focus on is that it's a refill for this dispenser, and they're small. They're not going to dispense too much at any one given time, and so that's what I love, because they can actually use the dispenser in our bathroom. They have a little step stool. They get up, they wash their hands, they totally get it. And so for me, I love the dispenser. So check out the dispenser if you have some time. And then the next one that I want to show you, there's two different Laura Mercier products that I wanted to show you. The first one is the Candle Glow, and it looks like this. I don't know if you can see her name, Laura Mercier, right there. The previous Amazon Live that I did, I actually showcased. I showcased a lot of makeup products that I absolutely love from NARS. And so today I wanted to talk about Laura Mercier. You can see right here. Oh, you can see my everything in the mirror there. But this one has it's kind of like this pillow top, right? And I absolutely love it. It's called Candle Glow. It's sheer perfecting powder. And so for me, obviously this is my skin tone, but you can get these in other colors to match what your face is doing, right? So make sure that when you're looking at the product on the screen, that if you want a different one, this is called Candle Glow, and I really, really love it. A lot of people are doing this kind of, touch up on the nose effect to give it a little glow. I always am kind of like, let's do something on the chin as well. This is what my makeup artist used to do. He would do front, boom, boom, a little here, and a little here to kind of touch that up. You can also do, if you wanted to do in here, to do a little bit of glow on the insides as well. But there's plenty of where you can touch up just to have a little bit of glow. But this is called Candle Glow by Laura Mercier. And so if you are looking for something that is super, super fun, I love this one. And I love that it's got this little, I don't know if you can see, it's kind of like this pillow top in there. And it really is just, it's fun. And it's, I love this, this whole packaging, because it's kind of like a deep mirror set. I don't know. It's just me. I don't know. When you look at your makeup, I absolutely look at packaging. I don't know if you do or not, but Laura Mercier always has great packaging, just like I talked about on NARS, in addition to having really great makeup. So if you're looking to, add a little sheer glow here, 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 or to touch up, sometimes people use things like this and want to, use them all over. For me, wherever you find that you are getting your glow on, do it, right? If you are using makeup that is typically eyeshadow, but maybe it's like the perfect blush. I know that a lot of makeup artists do this. I'm not a makeup artist, but I know that a lot of makeup artists just test and play. And so if you are interested in using this, more to do highlights, I would say go for it. The other Laura Mercier product that I wanted to show you guys today, it's this one, same type of outer shell, and I used a little bit of it so you can see that. But let me turn this so that you can see this. But it is here. Oh, that's me. This is what it looks like. It looks like a lion. To me, that looks like a lion, like a mane. It's like her, right? And that is super fun because, they could have just set it in there, to have it just be a matte palette, right? But I really love that this is like luxurious looking, and it's golden. And I actually used it. I don't know if you can see. I used it in here and here on my eyes today. So I'm just going to do a little bit more while we are. Let's do here. You can see the golden aspect. Because I like to put it in the corners so that you can see that. I'm so bad with this backwards. I do it this way. You can see. And sometimes you can go over the top too to have it shine and do a little gold at the top. I don't know if you can see that on both tops. I'm not blending or anything with brushes today, but I love that aspect of doing some sort of gold right here and putting it in to have a little, you can see that. Yes. But I love that. This one is $45. This is the, it's called Face Illuminator by Laura Mercier. And this powder, it's called Seduction. I just want to, you know what? I would love to be one of the people who are just naming things for makeup brands. So this is called Seduction, but it reminds me of a lion's mane, right? It's just kind of like a little mangled in the product as far as the display of it, but I love that. I absolutely love it. And I think you're going to love it too. So these two, the two Laura Merciers, are not in my list for everyday essentials, but they are in my beauty box list. And they're featured on the bottom row here while you are watching the live stream. Now, one other thing that I wanted to focus on also is it's up there now. So Passion Pipeline. I actually wrote this book, and I wrote it because I have a lot of passions, and a lot of people that I have come across in business are really passionate about multiple things. And I know that there's kind of a term that has circulated about being either multi-passionate or not being focused, I think, is the opposite of that, right? And so what I love to do is break things down so that things are really, really simple. And when you do that, when you're able to break things down, the book, Passion Pipeline, to me is one of the essential books for reading for entrepreneurs who are really, really passionate about multiple things in their life. And the reason why is because people who are really passionate about a lot of things do tend to not give things 100% into each different bucket, right? So when you're thinking about trying to turn your passion into profit, for me, I like to make things very, very simple. It's an 8-step method. The word pipeline is actually an acronym, and you go through those 8 steps very, very quickly because in the Passion Pipeline book, it's a like 1-hour short read, right? This book actually went to a #1 new release on Amazon when I released it last September. But I think that it is super relevant for anyone who's going to go into business for themselves or is working through trying to figure out what passion is going to be the #1 profit maker, right? The #1 revenue stream for you, and how to satisfy all those other aspects of your business and your life to do what you like to do, but also feel like you're getting the most out of it, right? So I always love to recommend my book, Passion Pipeline, for anyone who is really trying to navigate their passion and how to help your passion turn that into a profitable business. Because I always know that there is a disclaimer that I have to say that everyone's profit will be different depending on what industry you're in, how much effort you are putting into your business, what it is, if it's filling a need for your customers. There's a lot of different variables. But when you really look at your passion, whatever's making you happy, do that, right? A lot of people talk about sparking joy and being joyful and eliminating a lot of the negativity that you have in your life. And I am a firm advocate for that as well. Don't just do things just to be doing them. If you're going to do something, be passionate about it. Do it because you love to do it. And, if you're doing it every single day and you're good at it, like that will bring you joy, right? Especially when a lot of people who do what they love don't feel like they are doing a job, right? They don't feel like they are working because they're doing what they love. So I always love to recommend this. It's a very, very quick read. It's called Passion Pipeline, Turn Your Passion into Perpetual Profit. It's one of the first of 3 books. I'm actually coming out with another book very shortly, but I will mention that a little bit later. It's a part of the Passion book series. But I do want to just go through all of the products that we talked about as a recap very, very quickly today. Jumping off with the Origins, Origins Well Off, which I am just an absolute fan of, to take your eye makeup off. Moving along to this one, which is the Beyond the Zone. It's the hair protection. It's the heat protection. Turn up the heat for your when you're going to use your flat iron. The Styling Wax by VO5 that I absolutely love and smells great. The Palmer's Cocoa Butter that you cannot live without. I love it, love it, love it. And then the 2 that I use for my babies, one is the Johnson's Bedtime Lotion, which is it smells great and it moisturizes. And then before you do that, in the bath, the Johnson's Bedtime Moisture Wash, which I really love as well. I love this soft soap. That's why I buy the refill. And I think that you will too. And then the refill the refill dispenser that you can see for the hand soap. And then the 2 by Laura Mercier that I mentioned earlier, the Candle Glow. They both have this kind of packaging. Candle Glow looks like it's got a little pillow top on there. And then the other one is the Seduction Face Illuminator, same outer shell, but lioness on the inside. Love it, love it, love it. And then the last, oopsies. Somehow I just lost it. Oops. There we are. And then the last but not least is Passion Pipeline. If you are working on your business and you are trying to figure out maybe even to start a business based on your passion, this is a good place to start. And it's also a good place to come back to because you may start at different places in the acronym for pipeline. And so I always love to say, come back to it every time you feel like you need to rework where your passion has left off. And also, because I love to communicate with you guys. If you haven't had a chance to put #replay in the comments, I would love for you to do that and share this out because these are everyday essentials that I love and I think that you will too. And you might have friends or family that love these products or don't even know about them and need to be introduced to them. So this is a great time to share this live stream with anyone that you think would benefit from watching this and hearing my stories about these products and how I use them. And, I really, really love that you have, taken this time on a Tuesday to spend it with me and learn more about my everyday products. Share it out and put it in the comments. Follow my profile. There is I think it's up here. No, up here. I think there's a follow button up here somewhere. Follow the profile so that you can get notifications every time I go live. And also any of my other social profiles for College of Style on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, TikTok. I think we just got a Tumblr profile. But I would love to see you on any of those platforms as well. And I will see you guys on the next one.